And Allah said, Allah did not leave anything in this religion that is difficult. And Allah said that He wants ease for you, and He does not want difficulties. Now, besides the blood and the minor stuff that's the yellow stuff that comes out of injuries, it is if it is minor, it is allowed. But urination or the other number two, no. Second, second thing, how about the statement that say poverty is disbelief? Just to say that people's manners are very bad during the time of uh, poverty. The word kafir, it means to hide something, because we call the farmers kafir because they hide. Allah Azza wa Jalla discussed that in the Quran about the farmers. And also the night also covers with its darkness, so they call the night as kafir. That does not mean disbeliever, but we're talking about the Arabic word kafir. It could mean disbelief or could be somebody that covers. So here it says that when the poverty covers everybody, it makes him immoral. It makes him have bad manners and take him out of his normal. But the disbelief, it is why? Because it's hiding the truth, and also disbelief in the poverty, which is deny it. One of the scholars, Al Ajluni, he said in his book that the poverty is or hunger is kafir, which is something that's only in the market. This is something between people, not saying of the Prophet. Others said, meaning it's this is people saying, and the Sheikh talking about some of what they're saying, whether it's right or wrong. Second question: to compare between the salary and percentage. If the company reach certain financial gains, can he get his salary plus percentage? Well, for working, if you know, it is a lot. If it is a specific one of salary, then it is okay. If it is a percentage, this is something that scholars all look at. They said to scarve it because you don't know what's going to take. So it's not known what is the salary, and the Hanafi, they allowed it. And they said this is the same thing of farming, because the Prophet ﷺ, he told them about the his land, of what comes out of it. This is unknown. From half of what comes in it, they took that and they said it is allowed. The dealing, it is allowed except there is something restricted. So unless you have a very specific evidence that it is allowed, so it looks like it is allowed. Wallahu alam. Second one, what about the zakah on the bracelets and the jewelry that for garment is not gold, but it is painted by gold? Does it have zakah like jewelry that's pure? No. The answer no. It is on the pure gold and silver. These jewelry, if it is, if it comes out, it's equal 56 grams of, 58 grams of gold. That's not. I don't think that they do. So the jewelry that you mentioned are not something you pay zakah on. can the imam to keep the ruku if he said somebody comes in? Yes, this is something on helping people on piety and if you think this is for not Allah, no, he want to help his Muslim brother who was anxious to reach the rak'ah, so he helped him to reach it. So if he enlonged it a little bit, it is okay. If the person traveled for long trips in the plane and his clothes, he touch areas of filth, and he used to water his clothes and then make wudu. As he prefer to pray that way or to wait until he reaches destiny. Well, to take the filth on the body or clothes is obligatory if you're capable. If you didn't know, forgot, it's okay. If you cannot take it out, you're not traveling in the plane. You get some filth, you could not purify it. It's 15 hours. You're gonna reach and you're gonna miss some prayers. It can happen. It's not a choice for you to say, I'm gonna wait until I reach my destiny. No. You should not until the prayer is out of its time. Pray in your condition. So taking the filth out, it is conditioned on the ability and the remembrance. So if he pray with it, knowing and capable of removing it, then his prayer is not accepted. But if he can't or he forgot, then it's okay. Someone is asking, I graduated. What's my obligation toward my family? I'm the oldest. I have a sister who's about to get married and one about to start higher education. My father had 250,000 of debt, and my house gonna need 1 million, and I need to live away so I could seek knowledge. Is that okay? Well, I tell him, on your family, you need to make jihad. Try to get their needs first. Then after that, whatever you have, make it for the seeking knowledge. What is required is the obligations you need to know. But anything beyond that is sufficient. So take care of the person that you are capable of help. And you are the only one because the eldest. You are the only one who's capable to take this responsibility and take care of it. This is prior over all the other stuff. So struggle with yourself, with you to please your parents and to take care of their needs and your sister, and then make jihad. And anything you have time, then you could seek knowledge after that. Someone said, I work 8 hours and I play a game to raise people's accounts that they cannot reach. I don't know nothing about this game, and not knowing what it is, I don't know. But to give you the general opinion, if it is your tools, it is permissible. You're not talking about cheating people or you're deceiving them, and you don't know anybody who wants to use that to get a riba loan or something that is forbidden. So you're not helping somebody on something that is evil. There is some kind of game, 5 people they fight with each other, and they win with account old, and some like mermaid, some even enticing the sexual urge. Can I benefit from this? So I tell him, I think you need to get yourself out of this joke and try to find something serious about your income that is eligible for honorable people like you. Allah Azza wa Jal did not make it that. So Allah's land is very vast, and His goodness is abundance. Don't be enjoying the filth, even it is abundance. A young man is saying, I struggle with myself about the private work, and I keep doing it. And sometimes I use what is allowed sexually in the market, sometimes without it. And I heard people saying forbidden, say that it is harmful, no, not disliked. What is the true things about ejaculation? So I tell him, my son, it is to stop, because the Quran said, Allah said, the Quran, those who are protecting their private part, except for their wives or whatever they own, then they're not blamed. And whomever seeks something beyond that, these are the transgressors. So uh, any way of getting the urge out beside the wife and the one that you go, then it is forbidden. Especially when you are not trying to put your urges down, or to trying to entice him, and this is the general and I hope that if there is your force, it is different, and to get out of all this affliction is marriage, or to fast for those who cannot afford the marriage. This is the guidance of the Quran. Allah said, let those who cannot find marriage, let them make istafaf until Allah give them from His bounty. And whomever does, Allah Azza wa Jal will help him. And the Prophet ﷺ said, O youth, whomever capable to marry, let him marry. It is better for the sight and protecting to the brother's part. And who can't, let him fast. Protection. Someone's asking if someone of the relatives, he caused a problem with a couple. Can the sons can severe their relationship with this kind of separation? So I'll tell you, you're not the one who reward people because you don't severe people's relationship, even if they did to you. In the hadith of Abu Hurairah, a man came to the Prophet ﷺ and said, Oh Messenger of Allah, I have some relatives. I keep in touch with them and they sever their relationship. I'm good for them and they are harming me. And I be patient and they are not. He said, if it is like you are saying, as if you are throwing the hot sand in their face, and you still have someone with Allah, as long as you're on that. Now, what is the kinship? Anything in Shara, you have to look at the society. Nothing, there is no limit that you cannot add or shorten. And now he said, the kinship is to be good to the relatives. Depends on both. Sometimes with money, with service, visitation, saluting. Ibn Athim said, and the relatives, what is known to people, because it was not clarified in the book of Allah, what type and how much. Because the Prophet ﷺ, he did not restricted anything, no, so it was Right. So anything is known in the tradition, it is the connection. But the the degree is different. You don't desert if you see him, and what is required for inheritance, it is bigger by sharing the celebration and all types of different social activities. What is, and sometimes you spend the money if needed, but the sons, the children, they need to take themselves out of this disaster and to call everybody for unity, and we ask Allah Azza wa Jal to fix the condition between the Muslim families. Ameen. Someone is saying about the calamity he has, which is the problem with a lot of fathers who either divorce their wives or they leave them with no expenditure and they put them in the hardship. He said, my parents, they are separated but not divorced. More than 5 years. My father did not pay alimony like food and school. And he does spend money on my mother over 10 years. And sometimes he don't leave no food or money in the house. One time, he used to pay 400 guinea weekly for expenses. The electricity, over 800. My mother works. She spent on our needs. And when my brothers, they stay with my aunt, he gets mad. I wanted to talk to him about the expenditure. The 1,000 a week for five, including all the food and everything else, is not gonna work. But mother and 20 and 27 and 16 and 20, this is not enough for us. What shall I do? I tell him, my son, be good to your mother and be good to her because she is the best for your friendship. As in the hadith from Abu Hurairah, a man came to the Prophet ﷺ. He said, O Prophet of Allah, who is more prior on my companionship? He said, your mother. And he said, then who? He said, your mother 3 times and then your father. And be good with the other, even though he's Muslim. Give him his right and ask Allah your right. Allah said, and He decreed that you will not worship but Him and to be good to your parents. If one of them get old or both of them, don't say to them the word of displeasure. Do not put them down and say nice words. Lower your angle of humiliation and mercy and say, oh Allah, have mercy on them like they have raised me young. And if they try to struggle you to worship something else, do not fall. Don't obey them. And be good to them in this life. And follow the path of those who repented to me. To me, you're going to come back and I will tell you what you have disputed about. So make dua to your parents. Make your... and I don't know. How does he sleep? Whoever spend money, stop money from those that he is supposed to. It is more a danger. Don't they know that they're going to be reserved for a big day when people go up for the Lord of everything? And those who have carried be with your dad on the time of need and try to take intercession if you feel like some people will accept, and ask Allah the Almighty to put the love and tranquility in your thoughts and to return it back to them in a nice way. Another one is asking on one of the games that the youth they love it, and it has some of the stuff that is forbidden. Can I play to ease myself? I like to wake up and play that game. I hope there is nothing wrong with the minor of this, even though it might have some of the music. But you try your best not to listen to them. There's a difference between listening and listen, which is to listen to something and you want to listen to it, but you are walking and you hear the music. That's something like you hear it everywhere. So there is nothing with the minor of this, but you do not make it overtake your time. Know that you're going to be responsible, but if you want to just relieve yourself, it is okay. So you'll be more capable to work and to worship. There's nothing wrong with that. Allahu Alam. A company is asking, maybe in Canada, they have they want to buy a house. Can I work with the jar loan? Amja, their contract used to be riba. Now some people are trying hard to. Uh, they work hard to change, and now we are working with them. So hopefully that has in the effort, and the mechanism will change where it could reach what is permissible, but you have the replacement. The big differences, so I hope so. God, there's no riba in her new garment. It became permissible. My friend, she works in a place where she prepare food. Uh, she don't prepare it or touch it, but it's within the kitchen. Or if you didn't get the what is forbidden, no selling, no buying, no, and she works with the legitimate food, there should be no harm. To be close to the forbidden is not make it wrong. Especially with the need that is required. Another question about games. I don't know why we have too many of these games that play with the brain, waste the time. But every when he killed, he get a dot. It is a big crime killing the Muslim. Whoever kill a Muslim intentionally, he's in the hellfire. and whomever fought someone who was civilian, he will not get a break because you're still in your religion and you're soften your heart with these games. That will make you like killing, and if you'll find it in the road, you find the human being is not equal to the value of the bullet that he killed because of the pressure on their people's brains. These might be uh, imaginary, but what the common message to make it easy to kill, to make people try to capture that kind of theme. Whomever call his brother or kafir, one of them will be, so stay away from it and warn him and take your brother's actions into the best of way. And you should not find something bad for your brother, especially if you could find something alternative or relief for him. Get your word from Allah the Almighty. If somebody put no burden on you, it is okay, but don't get the word from him. So it's beautiful and still correct. Maybe we need to be aware of it. If the prayers would, if you come to the house and the dog or the cat, licked your feet, no, it is okay. Last question because of time. I think I asking someone beside Allah, it is shirk. We have people of different thoughts, and they're from the general people. If one of you told you a video to her and what she's make songs and video for her, did I break your disbelief? That disbelief, and with that I became a disbeliever. So I tell the sister, oh my son, my daughter, besides taking that area and is helping people on disbelief or not, you're supposed to stay away from these places because these are the false gatherings. When Allah discussed the servants of Allah, those who do not witness the wrong, and are saying to their lords, and the sunnah is not to desert those because you don't want to, because Allah said, He have said in the book that if you hear my words are disbelieved, otherwise you're like them. Allah is going to gather the hypocrites and the disbelievers in the hellfire. The Tabari said in this ayah, very big indication not to be with the people of disbelief from any way from the. So you, my sister, that's what is meant. And don't worry about classifying people. we have mentioned this is the last question, so we'll stop here inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك اشهد ان لا اله الا انت استغفرك واتوب اليك.